Hey, what's up, everybody? Here we go again, episode 67. I'm Brian.
I'm Lucas.
I'm Will.
Michael.
Super pumped. Oh, yeah. Hey, we have a guest, Michael,
Hey.
today. Hey, dude, I was actually going through the archives and I was watching our last podcast with old Chief Wahoo from,
Oh,
I think, the last time you were on the podcast. So
Was that the last time you were on?
haven't
I
been
think
canceled yet.
so. Yeah.
We've come close on TikTok a few times.
I was going to say, do not talk about your Durst Sanders. We've learned our lesson. So,
Four white
oh,
guys.
man.
God forbid.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah, super pumped to everybody here. Another great week of college football. Another great week of NFL. The ALCS is in Game 6 today. Seattle's up 3 games to 2, and getting closer to another Dodgers World Series championship. So, but yeah, so happy to have everybody here. So as we do every other week, we'll start with our hugs and hikes. So, Lucas, you want to start with a hug?
Yeah, I'm gonna give my hug again. It's gonna become a theme, especially the way my football team's playing. To give my hug to Arsenal for saving the weekend. They went on and got another win in the Premier League, staying top of the table. Liverpool lost today, so the lead grew a little bit. So Arsenal are now 3 points top, which is phenomenal. So yeah, when everything's down, at least I got them to kind of keep my hopes up. So give a huge hug to the Arsenal Football Club.
For sure. Yeah, they've been playing well, man. So hopefully, I know we talked about it before the pod, but they can just keep working and do what they're supposed to do, then it should be in good shape moving forward. So seems like
We'll see.
Liverpool's finally returned to the mean so
Yeah,
far. So
for
we'll see
sure.
how it goes. So what about you, Will? You got a hug?
I do. My hug, I think I know for sure Brian Lucas, we talk about it all the time. I'm a very big Barstool sports guy. I follow a lot of their personalities there. So my hug goes to the main ball watcher that they have there, Liam Blutman. He called back in August that Billy Napier would get fired after Mississippi State went into Florida and beat the Florida Gators. He's half right. Mississippi State didn't go beat Florida, but he did get fired after the Mississippi State Florida game, which is an unbelievable call. Back in August, he made this call. Unbelievable take that at the time seemed crazy. He was damn near 100% perfect on that, which is an unbelievable take to make back in August. So my hugs to Liam for getting this call right that he would get fired after the Mississippi State game, which he did today. And I know we'll get into that later, but unbelievable take to just throw out there in August.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it's pretty spot on.
Wild.
No, it's all Nostradamus effect right there. So
Crazy. Yeah, crazy.
Does he have one
just
for
wild
Brian
how they
Kelly?
let.
No, but T-Bob does. Don't worry, Lucas.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it is coming. What about you, Michael? You got a hug?
Yeah, I'm gonna give my hug to Quinshon Judkins with his 3 touchdowns today, saving my fantasy team. Saving three of my fantasy teams, and so that's my hug for the day.
Dude, he's been unreal.
Yeah, it was a nasty game. They were talking about it all week about how it's just going to be a mud fest.
I took the
Um,
under.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
How'd that
yeah,
work out?
It didn't work out.
yeah. Because
It
Miami
was a it
sucks.
was a very low under, right? Like 31,
It was
32
33 and
points.
a half,
33.
and Miami
Jeez.
sucks.
But yeah,
Yes.
that's my hug for the week. Quinshon Judkins saving the man's fantasy team.
I was gonna say, dude, just going off of yours, like I got Jonathan Taylor, and man, that dude is a monster. That dude's been putting up like 25 plus points every week for me, so I've been happy to have him on my team. So, well, I'm gonna give my hug to the Stanford Cardinal getting a big ACC win over the Florida State Seminoles, who have completely fallen off the face of the earth ever since their gargantuan win over Alabama at the beginning of the year. So it's just crazy to see just how quickly things change in college football. So still
How
have not
has
won a
Mike
conference game in
Norvell?
2 years.
How has Mike Norvell outlasted Billy Napier? How's that happened?
Yeah, I
I,
have no
I don't know.
idea.
That's a great question, especially with like Florida's schedule has been brutal the last 2 years, and
Yeah.
dude, Florida
What is
State's
that
just
like?
bad.
Is that 8 straight ACC games they've lost?
I think
I think
it's
More,
10
I think
now.
it's 9 or 10.
more.
9 or 10. Oh my
Yeah.
God!
No, yeah, they are 0-4 this year, and they didn't win a single one last year, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so there's 12 then.
The playoff committee really broke that team.
Yeah, those people up in Dallas.
Yeah.
No, the thing with that, we were on this podcast last week talking about that game, and we were like, "Oh, no shot, Stanford wins that. No,
Yeah.
not a
Because
chance."
dude, I was thinking about that 'cause I remember bringing it up. I was like, is there any chance? And you were like, nope, no shot, no shot. Like, and then I remember we also said that losing to Stanford would be way worse than losing to UCLA. And
It
then here
is.
we are, and Mike Norvell's still around, and James Franklin is not. So,
That is.
Is Castellanos okay? I know he got knocked out, right?
Oh,
Have
I
you
don't
seen
know.
anything?
I haven't heard anything on that.
Dude, I was
Oh,
asleep. That game kicked off at like 10 p.m.
no, it was one of
I
those.
think.
Do y'all remember like the Teddy Bridgewater like 3, 4, or probably 4 or 5 years ago now, where he just got knocked out on like a blatantly bad hit?
Mm,
He kind of
Mm,
got one of those where he like slid
oh
down
yeah.
and the defender just clocked him in the head. So
I saw one where he was throwing up gang signs while he was passed out.
yeah, 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 yeah.
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 oh,
So
so it's like one of those like
of
Tua, like,
Hmm. Yeah,
no,
it was
see,
bad.
Tua tries to tackle with just his head forward, no, no, no arms. Just I mean, throw
Yeah.
the head and just get a concussion. But
hey, I
Right,
will
his head and
say,
neck is not built like Scadaboos. He can't do that.
I will
oh
say though,
No.
he's
true,
learned his lesson because I've
true.
watched him and he has been sliding, so he has learned his lesson. Well, he
This
gets
took long
a lot
enough.
more time to
Jeez.
learn too because now he's on the bench. So yeah. What about a hike? You got a hike, Lucas?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Um, my hike is going to Brian Kelly and the whole LSU coaching staff. Like with Brian Kelly, man, the whole time I've given him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, man, he's trying to change a culture. Edo left the place in the dumps. Things are like finally starting to spend a little bit money, build up a roster. Dude, you just can't win, man. Like I'm tired of it. It's the James Franklin thing. Like go home, go back up north, go coach up there. Like it's not a good fit in South Louisiana. Um, and the team is honestly just soft at this point. Like one of the big things too, one of the first moves he made whenever he got here was firing Tommy Moffitt, who's the strength and conditioning coordinator, and now he's at Texas A&M, and look how hard nosed that team is. That just shows right there that like there's a culture thing going on. Braden Fajoko, who is a member of the 2019 national championship team at LSU, during the week had been tweeting that there's a culture issue at LSU, like things are going on in the background, and people are like, "Oh, dude, you're not there, man. Don't like. Why are you posting these clickbait things?" It's blatantly obvious now. Like it is something is happening, and unfortunately, Brian Kelly's buyout is way too much for anything to happen. So we're going to be stuck with him for another 5 years, most likely. Um, but it's just hard to watch. And don't get me wrong, dude. Like Vanderbilt is a very good football team. Like Diego Pavia made plays, unbelievable plays. Like there was that 4th and 1 where he was pretty much sacked, spun around like 3 times, and found the running back in the flat to get a first down, which absolutely changed the game because that was in their half of the field, and we were only down by 3. So like that's a game changing play right there. And Vanderbilt's a very good football team, but they're coached very well, and LSU is not. So Brian Kelly, go take a hike wherever you want to go. You can go to Florida State. You can go to Florida. You can go back up north to Penn State. I don't care. I don't want you in Louisiana anymore. It's over.
If
That's all I got to say
if
about that.
if you had your pick, Lucas, on this coaching carousel, which we're gonna have a field day with this year, because my God, is it gonna be glorious. If you
Hmm.
had a pick, do you have somebody you would want?
Dude, that's the thing, man. I don't know.
I
Like
don't know either. I'll be honest. I
that's
don't know
that's the
either who
problem.
would fit in LSU.
I mean, Lane Kiffin would be cool, but like he doesn't win much big games either.
He's the
Like
next head coach at
last,
the University of Florida.
I think so too. But Lane Kiffin also, like, again, last year, this is a carbon copy of Ole Miss last year. Ole Miss spent all this money in the transfer portal, got this crazy good team, and they couldn't win. They lost to Kentucky. They lost to LSU, who was not very good last year either. So I mean, I don't know. I
Yeah,
really couldn't tell you.
yeah.
Signetti, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't I
but
don't know.
he just signed that
Is
new big contract, so
Yeah, but his buyout is still doable. Like
yeah,
it's not it's I think it's 15, 20 million. Like it's not like out of this world crazy. But
yeah.
if you have to pay Brian Kelly 50 and then 20 on top, that's not happening.
The problem is like people see these buyouts. Oh, they can pay it. Like Louisiana is not one of those states. Like LSU is built on boosters. Like they're not just gonna have the. They don't have the funds to just go pay these buyouts like other schools do. Like it's built on a
Yeah.
few people that pay everything they have.
Like
So
I'm pretty sure they just finished paying off Edo's $17 million like last year. And
correct,
it's been like 3 years
correct.
Wow.
Yeah,
for 17 million.
yeah.
I mean, dude, give me Dan Lanning. I don't know. Like all of it's like there's GJ Kinney. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I could probably
But
tell you
give
that
Anything
me
else
GJ
but what
Kennedy's
you
probably not
have,
on the list.
give me something. Give me something that's a culture fit at this point.
I'll
Yeah.
give you that, dude. I'll give you
I,
that.
I think an interesting name to watch in that coaching carousel is going to be Pete Kwiatkowski, the defensive coordinator at Texas, with the way that defense is played.
Yeah,
He seems like he's one that's due up for a head coaching position. And with as many coaches have been let go this year, it would not surprise me if someone comes knocking.
but for me, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to Blake Baker taking over from defensive coordinator before he gets poached somewhere because he's completely
Yeah.
transformed LSU's defense from being in the hundreds, I mean, to being in the top 50 in the country. And I'd be okay with that too. But
Yeah.
again, it's not going to happen
No.
because
To your point, you're gonna have to ride this sucker out. I think you're just kind of
yeah.
at least one more year, unless it really falls off the rails next year, and they'll somebody will find the money. But you have at least one more year of Brian Kelly for sure, in my
Oh,
opinion.
100%.
Mm, that's the way it goes. What
Yeah,
about
that's
you,
it.
Will?
Um, good Lord, my mind just went blank. I had this saved up this whole time, and uh,
I can tag in if you want.
go ahead, Michael. Yeah, my mind just
Yeah,
went totally blank, dude.
you're good. I am punting Kyle Flood, the offensive coordinator and offensive line coach, and the entire University of Texas offensive line, and the way they decided to not spend NIL money in the portal to get any offensive line help after they had four guys drafted off that line. Um, the PFF passing grades yesterday, or blocking grades for the linemen. DJ Campbell had an 87.6. The next highest was Brandon Baker at 63.3. That's a horrible
Oof.
Mm.
grade for a team that spent over $30 million in NIL to put the roster together. It's just inexcusable.
Michael,
It's Matt.
Michael,
Yeah,
LSU has weeks where some of their linemen are in the 37s.
Nick Brooks had a 14.1.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
that's par of the course at LSU every week.
It's so bad for a team that spent that much money, and for Kyle Flood is touted as this just offensive line guru who just develops. They have not landed a 5-star offensive line recruit since Kelvin Banks and Cam Williams since they decommitted from Oregon when Mario Cristobal left Oregon in 2022. Like they have not
Mm.
recruited offensive line well. They did not go in the portal and get anybody. To me, that's just malpractice for a team that has national championship aspirations to not go get some help. You're relying on four guys who have never played meaningful snaps outside of Trevor Gooseby, who stepped in a little bit for Kelvin Banks last year when he was hurt. But it's just, everyone wants to pile on Arch, but it all starts in the offensive line. You can't run the ball. He has no time to pass. I know he missed some easy passes yesterday, but after you've been put on your ass, 5 or 6 times in a row, like you're probably hearing footsteps. It doesn't surprise me. That's my hike. I think it's inexcusable for a university of that size with that much money to not have an even average offensive line. If that offensive line's average, they're cooking.
Yeah,
For
I mean,
sure.
I feel like Texas and LSU are carbon copy offensively right now.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
it's you can't run the ball, can't protect the quarterback. Offensive line is garbage. That's yeah.
play
You're exactly right.
play calling is sus.
Well,
We're
same,
it's not making sense. Like
Lucas, is it Joe Sloan? He's terrible, dude.
dude. It's
God, he's
crazy.
bad. He's very bad.
Very very bad. Yeah.
Hmm. Do you remember, Will?
Yeah, I did. Uh,
Okay.
it would have been my hug last week. I didn't give my hug. I came on here later with like all the guys at Oklahoma State going in and taking their shirts off and all that stuff. That's my hike this week, guys. Because like every other university that stinks at football, all these people just went in the stands, took their shirts off, trying to aura farm and get clips. It was amazing last week. Now we have 25 other universities doing it. I guess I should still like it, but it's my hike this week. Like one team does it, it's awesome. We can't have 25 of you doing it,
Yeah. Turned into
even
a
though
TikTok
Yeah.
trend.
it's exactly what it was. But guys, guys being dudes, I do love that. But we can't have all of you doing it. So it's my hike this week for everybody. Every other university that's 0-7 going off and doing that. Also, UMass collapsing in the last. Nobody else probably saw this. That's another hike. Unbelievable, unbelievable collapse.
Who were they playing?
I was gonna
Buffalo.
say, well,
UMass finally had a win, guys. They picked Buffalo off with 59 seconds left. Lost the game.
so what was
Oh
the?
my!
That's wild, man.
Did they throw a pick right after or fumble?
3 plays, negative 14 yards, punt, 3 passes, touchdown. Buffalo wins.
That is
Oh my
brutal.
gosh, dude.
Yeah, just
That's a
unbelievably
that's
bad.
where
Unbelievably bad.
somebody
And the
probably had
reason they had
UMass
negative
money
14
line too.
yards, it was negative 14 yards because they got unsportsmanlike for waving at Buffalo's bench after they got the pick with under a minute left. Lost lost the football game.
God,
Bad,
That is
just bad.
wild, man.
that sounds like
Wild.
Texas's offense in overtime against Kentucky.
and not
We
for
will
Mason
get
Shipley.
we will get we will get to that.
Yeah, Brian, you got a hike, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna give my hike to Trevon Diggs, the cornerback of the Dallas Cowboys. So I almost made this my hug this week, but I felt like I shouldn't give a guy that got a concussion a hug because he can take a hike because he had an accident at home this week and gave himself a concussion, which put him out for the game. I almost wanted to give him a hug because the secondary looked as good as it has the entire season with him not playing. So, I mean, he's been awful all year, but for you to have an accident at home to get a concussion, like, is just wild. Like, he was probably working on his coverage moves with his wife, and she probably juked him, and he hit his head or something because that dude couldn't guard a 5 year old right now. Like, so, but yeah, he's horrible, and yeah, and
No, but
just on top of all that, like all the money that's spent on that dude, like it's just increasingly frustrating with that guy.
what could you possibly be doing at home that can get you a concussion though? Like legitimately. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like,
in my day to day, there's not much that I do that can cause me to get a concussion unless like there's like ice on the ground when you're walking out to your car or like I don't know. I really truly don't know what there
I
possibly could
don't
be. Like what could have happened?
I don't know, but that's becoming like the one of the worst contracts that they could have ever signed because like he's getting this insane amount of money and he's not even playing. And then and on top of all that, when he is playing, he's horrible. Signed a 5 year,
Yeah.
$97 million contract 2 years ago. So
Mm,
still got like it was 2023, so probably got 2 more seasons of it after this year, where it's just absolute garbage money. At this point, dude,
mm,
like I know it's in the group chat earlier, like I would try to dump him off and re-sign Pickens immediately because George Pickens
yeah.
has been an absolute monster this season. And even with CD back this week, he was still just making these insane catches. Like, dude's a beast. But and if the defense could
This is
learn
true.
how to ever play defense week to week, that would definitely help things as well. But that's another topic. What are you thinking,
Yeah.
Michael?
Well, I was going to ask, but I was going to wait. In regards to Pickens, do they have? Does he still have his option? Like, is he a 5th-year option guy or is he a 4-year option guy?
I don't know if he was a first round pick or not. I think he's a
He
free
was
agent
not.
after this year.
He was a second round pick. I do remember that.
Yeah, so he'll be yeah, so he's a free
Yeah.
agent after this year.
Okay.
He is
So
a
I mean
monster.
they got him on a cheap contract right now, and I mean I would pay him. Like that's the kind of guy like I'd pay him over a Parsons any day for sure. But that's just me. But Jerry will wait till half of the other wide receivers get a huge payday, and then they'll sign him. And then they'll sign him to an unbelievably ridiculous contract, and then he'll probably tear his ACL in training camp or something, and probably never be healthy again. So that's just the way things go in Dallas. So,
You're not wrong.
so yeah, so that's my height. So well, let's get rolling. So y'all been watching any baseball?
Not a second.
I caught the grand slam of that Mariners game Friday night. But outside of that, I have not watched a single pitch of postseason baseball.
I will say, dude, like I haven't watched any of it, but just seeing the highlights of Shohei Ohtani, like
Yeah.
That was my
I know
only
we've said it
point.
on the
Yep.
podcast and all that. Like I if he played for anybody but the Dodgers or Yankees, I would be like so much happier watching that guy. But like he's just like I loved him when he played for the Angels because I knew like he was gonna be great and the rest of the team was gonna be horrible. But yeah,
Mhm.
he's just so much fun to watch, dude. Like 3 home runs on a night that he's also pitching is just unbelievable.
Is
Like
that
Dude,
one
it,
of the is that one of the greatest individual games of all time? I mean, I'm not even.
oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's no hyperbole there. Like that has to be right. Like in the history of Major League Baseball,
Can you have
to
12 strikeouts as well? Pitching?
10, 10.
10.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous. Absolutely
But
ridiculous.
six innings pitched, 2 hits, 10 Ks, 3 home runs. One of the
and
most unbelievable individual performances in a single game, and that's in a clinching game to go to the World Series.
Yeah.
and there were some like fan graphs or some statistical things that I saw. Like his exit velo, he had the top three in the game. He had all the fastest pitches thrown in the game were all his. Like he was, yeah, it was ridiculous, man. The guy's. I don't know if you play fantasy baseball, but if you do, you should get that guy.
Oh
I
yeah, dude.
mean,
I mean, imagine how many points you rack up just from that.
I mean, what do you do?
On
Like,
either
can he?
side,
Yeah, can he be? Is he
Yeah.
on a? Is he a pitcher? Is he a hitter? Like, do you get points for
He's
both? I
both.
Well,
don't.
He's
I'll
both.
say
They've
That
had
is
him.
wild.
didn't they change the rules to where they could set where he could do both or something in
Yeah,
fantasy baseball?
yeah. And so, but you can, I think in some leagues you can draft him twice. Like you can draft him as a hitter and then you can draft him as a pitcher versus just the one time, which to me seems the fairest way to do it.
Yeah, because he had like 80 points
Yeah,
just in that game by himself.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's
but
wild,
wild.
man. Yeah,
up
he's.
until that, he hadn't done anything at the plate in the postseason this year.
That's true. That's very true. But
And I
I
mean,
mean,
it does kind of feel like the Dodgers are just cruising towards back to back, right? Like this has been
Oh yeah.
just an just a slow, just a
I
No,
honestly,
big dumper is gonna rain all over their dreams. I have a feeling.
they got to beat
if
the
they make
Jays
it,
first, man. The Jays are
That's what
about
I
to
yeah,
win
say.
game. They're about to win Game 6,
yeah.
Just
and
making it interesting. You have to get the monies. Like it's rigged, right? So they're just trying to make sure they get all the money.
The script is written.
I I should have told Dave Roberts to take a hide too. I don't know if you heard his post game like message.
Mm-mm.
Like he was like, uh, he, just to shorten it up, he was pretty much like everybody at the beginning of the season. I heard y'all say we were bad for baseball. Well. we're back again, or something. I'm like, dude, get out of here, bro. Like
That's
nobody's
cringe.
watching. Nobody's watching. Like,
Zero interest, guys.
yeah, like
I
who
mean,
Zero
I
cares,
think
man?
interest.
Like
I
you
would say I
built
know
you
we
built this
talked about it
super
last
team.
week.
Like,
Yeah. Well, and that's one thing that they did as well is they signed so many pitchers or traded for so many pitchers in the off season, and really like the way that a lot of them didn't pitch a whole lot throughout the year, like they're all perfectly healthy and ready to go.
fresh.
Like they're just now hitting their peak. So I mean, like right now, like they're just in their most dominant form. Like I don't know, it's just I mean,
Yeah,
it is
nobody
bad for
cares.
baseball, and I mean, Dave Roberts is going to go down as a great manager, when in reality, he's just had these unbelievable teams that are just carrying him year after year. Go ahead, Michael. I know.
Oh
Well,
my.
Will
it's like
to, will to.
it's like Phil Jackson. Like you're the luckiest coach on earth. You get Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and then you roll into Kobe Bryant and Shaq. Like it's the
Yeah,
baseball equivalent of that. It's
yeah,
you've got an unbelievable front office scouting department who can find undervalued trade candidates that you're able to go get and not give up your farm for. You have bukus of money. Yeah, no, that's absolutely part of it too. Like make no bone about it. Like they spend more than anybody, but when they spend their money, they hit. Like
But
Houston spent a lot of
Ish.
money and they've whiffed a lot.
yeah, but the Phil Jackson thing, like Phil Jackson at least like came up with like a certain style of
Yeah,
offense. Like he actually coached the team to like do well. The
yes,
triangle offense,
yeah,
yes,
exactly. He came up with the triangle offense for sure. But like, I get your point though for
yeah.
sure.
Like generational talents that you've just have fallen in your lap that you get to like you still have to cultivate. But like Dave Roberts still has to like pull that he has to pull the locker room together. Like he still has to pull the right levers in the right moments.
No, he doesn't. He just has to have Shohei Ohtani have 10 Ks and
yeah,
hit three
yeah. It's
bombs,
just.
and he's good.
I was gonna
Whenever
say.
you
I was
can
gonna say.
roll out, you can roll out four different starters who would be game one starters for every other team. Like you're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
I'll say
most,
because look
the
at years
most, the
past whenever they've had good teams and they've fallen on their face and lost series. I mean, and
ex-
absolutely.
I think a lot of that falls on Dave Roberts as well. Like,
the most memorable thing Dave Roberts has ever done in the postseason is still second base for the freaking Boston Red Sox.
Hey, it broke the curse. It was the start.
Exactly. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. That's the most memorable thing he's ever done in the postseason. Has
Yeah,
It's
nothing to
pretty,
do with the Dodgers.
it's
but
fair.
again, he'll go down as a great manager, but because he's
I
gonna
mean,
have
exactly.
8 World Series
Yep.
titles, and
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, it's crazy. Hey,
It's
it could be worse. He could be
very.
Aaron Boone, who's built for
Oh
162, and then
God,
yeah, and
man.
then
Still has
just
a job though.
they
Still has
they've
a
got
job.
they've got to make a
Surely,
move.
surely
They
the
won't.
Billy Napier effect.
Well, it's not
yeah,
just him. Like Cashman needs to go too. It's both of them. They both.
hmm
It's time for a change. Like you haven't gotten it done.
Steinbrenner
Um,
just loves his guys though.
He does.
well, he doesn't have the same attitude that his dad had, where it was like, if we lost, I'm going to do whatever I
Cutthroat.
can to just piss all over everybody next year
Yep.
yeah,
and
Yep.
like not even care. That dude hated losing more than he liked winning. He just didn't want to lose. And I
That's
yeah,
feel
fair.
like like Hal treats it like a business and isn't willing to just blow the money to go get the ring.
As compared to
Um,
his crosstown rivals, where they just sign blank checks to
yeah,
still
seriously,
stink. Don't get me wrong, to still stink.
yeah,
But Cohen's just signing blank checks to just bring in everybody. At some point,
yeah.
someone's going to be good.
It's
well, Juan
true.
Soto is not fitting the bill so far. So
If you do a deep dive, he wasn't that bad this year. It seemed worse
no,
than it should have been. He
is
wasn't
he
that
is he
bad.
worth is he worth $70+ million though?
No,
Nobody is,
absolutely
Brian.
not.
Yeah.
Nobody is.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
Otani
Otani,
is.
dude.
Otani.
when he's
2 million a
healthy,
year,
but like
guys.
he's had
Oh,
He's
two
only worth
different
yeah.
2 million
jobs
a
already.
year.
Yeah, that's right.
With the most craziest deferred money in the history of the world. 2 million a year. Unbelievable.
I mean, I mean, Soto still had 6.2 WAR this year. He had 43 bombs. OPS of 921. Like,
That's
there's no way
very
you can.
good.
It's very good. There's
Very
no way you can live up to that
yeah.
contract, though. It's impossible.
He had a very underrated season. People thought it was just an abject failure. It really wasn't
It's
his
the
fault.
it's
Well,
the third best season he's had in his career,
Correct,
next only
exactly.
to 21, where he was second in MVP voting, and then last year he had 7.9 WAR and finished sixth or finished third in MVP voting. It was a good year,
I
but
think it also helps that the team sucks to make it
yeah,
like it piles on it. Like
yeah.
if your team is losing, of course, paying that much money for that player is going to look bad, even though his numbers are proving otherwise.
And
for
and
sure.
he played 160 games. That's pretty damn good.
I'll say
Yeah,
that
in
alone is
today's.
something that doesn't happen very often.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Especially in the outfield when you're on your legs the entire time.
He's still
Yeah,
26. Unbelievable. Anyway,
That guy has a
and he'll
World
be a Met
Series.
until
dude,
he's
he's
41.
26. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
has a World Series.
I'm gonna be almost 50 by the time this guy's finished with his
Oh, he's with the
contract.
Nationals. That's
Yeah,
right.
he won with the Nationals against us.
Remember,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
17. If you forgot, or
yeah. I
19, whatever.
forgot.
19,
Yeah,
not 17. Sorry,
No,
19.
it's not Ryan Williams.
Yeah,
yeah.
19. Yeah, I
Well, and
got
then the
my
Greg
young
I just,
kids
Torres.
mixed up.
This kid's 22 years old.
I
Yeah.
just
Joe
remember his
Buck.
stupid
E-
batter
Every
box
time Joe
shuffle he would
Buck
Shuffle.
do every
couldn't
time he threw a
The
ball.
shuffle.
Like,
It's the
Hmm.
shuffle, man.
mm, yeah,
Yeah,
that.
so frustrating.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's enough of baseball. Let's move
Yes.
on. Oh, so Lucas's favorite segment that we talk about every week is the NFL. Had some big games this weekend. One of the big games, obviously, well, I mean, I guess not really big game, but the Giants in the fourth quarter were up 26-8, and then proceeded to just completely let it fall apart. Went down 30-26, and then drove down the field, scored a touchdown with 37 seconds left, and then missed the extra point, which then allowed the Broncos to drive down the field and win the game. So
Well,
They
you
gave
didn't
up.
see that?
They gave up all 30. No, I was at the church picnic all day,
That's
guys.
right.
it
That's
was
They
right.
gave up
26 to
all
8 in the fourth
33
quarter.
points in the fourth quarter.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
In
Wow. The
typical
Giants are
Giants
so lucky
fashion.
that the damn Jets are in the same city because the Jets just also find ways to just lose games, but that is insane. 33 points in a quarter in the NFL is unheard of.
Yeah.
That was the total in the freaking Cleveland Miami game.
Wow. 33
Yeah.
points in a
Jeez.
quarter.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I did not see that.
I also wanted to throw back to Thursday where
The Unks?
J- Joe Flacco, baby, taking over the Cincinnati Bengals and beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dude, did y'all see Mike Tomlin's press conference like earlier in the week about the Flacco trade? He went on a whole rant about like how it makes zero sense for the Browns to trade. So he said, "How do you name a guy your day one starter, and then 5 weeks into the season you trade him away to not only somebody in your own
In the
conference, but you trade
division.
to somebody in your own division?" And so yeah, and then he went on to beat Aaron Rodgers for the second time this season.
I
Yes,
have an
Will.
answer. The answer would be it's the Cleveland freaking Browns,
Yeah,
who
Yeah.
don't have any competence at all.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
awesome,
And
man. Like
he had
that's
a
all I
good
got.
game too.
he did.
He threw for 342 yards and three tutties.
They both did, dude. They're 81 years old combined.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah,
41 and 40, playing dang good football.
yeah,
get
And
that guy some.
Aaron Rodgers had a hell of a Hail Mary at the end. Like it was not over.
no,
They were very much live at the end of that game. He 60 was it 69.3 yards that ball carried at
damn,
41 years old.
yeah, that dude's
God.
crazy.
It was the
So,
longest throw in 3 or 4 years.
so
69 point something yards it carried. It got knocked down. Obviously,
Wow.
the Bengals won, but I mean, going into that last series, I was like, Aaron might pull this out of his ass, and he dang near did.
Yeah, he tried.
ayahuasca is a hell of a drug.
He might be the most interesting man in football, man. He's out there.
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah.
is.
Next to
No
Jameis
question.
Winston. They should start a podcast
Oh,
together.
He said in
bro.
football. Jameis is out of football, isn't he?
No,
No, he's with
he's
the
with the
Giants.
Giants still.
Oh, is he really? Oh
He's the
God.
bat.
Yeah.
Is he set? Is he third string still? I guess
He's
since
third string, you know.
the corpse of Russell Wilson is still on that team.
Dude, I was hoping that Jackson Dart would struggle and we'd get a chance to see him, but I think he's just there for team morale. That's all it is. Yeah, eating doves. Yeah.
That's all I
Oh
want to
man.
see, man. That's all I
Good.
want to
Yeah.
see.
And then of course, like I touched on earlier, the Cowboys played much better today. Beat the Washington Commanders. Had to get excited about that one. So not excited, but it's always good to beat the Commanders. I wanted to say the Redskins, but anytime you can beat the Commanders or the Eagles, it's always a good thing. So, which
Don't
the
get
Eagles
yourself
wins are
canceled
coming
now.
a lot less common now. So, but I mean, I said it last week and I'll say it again. I mean, Dak's playing really good football. I mean, they scored a touchdown right before the half today. They decided they want to be aggressive with about less than a minute left, and he got sacked on the first play. And I was like, well, here we go. Defense is finally playing good, and now Dak's going to decide to flush it down. And the next play, he just drops a dime to George Pickens, and then Javonte Williams gets to the one. They end up scoring. So I mean, dude's playing out of his mind. So I mean, I'll say it again, but if the defense could find a way to play any sort of off or play any sort of consistency on the good side instead of consistently bad, I mean, they could be competitive. That's the thing. It's frustrating, dude. The NFL is wide open this year, wide open. Like nobody has been dominant. So I mean, like if you just find a way to get some wins together, I don't know who the favorite is right now. I mean, I think people still say the Eagles, but I mean, the Eagles struggle a little bit against the Vikings right now with Carson Wentz. So I mean, I don't know what the season's going to look like, but makes for some entertainment at least.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean the the Chiefs are kind of coming into form. Also, the Raiders, man. How long is this? I don't know if it's Pete. For sure, Gino's got to get benched, right?
I mean,
He
surely.
stinks. He passed
I
for
mean,
67 yards today.
I don't know if he's still waiting on him to come back and do his like what he was doing in Seattle or what, but yeah, I mean
I mean,
it's bad.
it's really bad. I mean, I'm not gonna say and sit here and blame Pete Carroll. Maybe I mean he's the coach, so he gets the blame, but they're just bad. I mean, yeah, the Chiefs are 4-3, but like the last 2 weeks they've looked good. Other teams have kind of fallen back. But to your point, I think it is wide open, but it kind of feels like some of these teams that have been good, the Rams are back. Like the Rams are good again with 94-year-old Matt Stafford with a half an arm. They're still good.
Yeah,
Yeah, nobody's
Stafford's been
separated,
pretty
but
impressive though. I will say that.
he has. I think the Rams are good. The Chiefs are even at 4-3. The Chiefs are coming into form. The Eagles. I think there are some teams that have kind of gotten so used to being good, they're just gonna roll through the regular season, make the playoffs, and then like just turn it up.
The Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bills too. I mean, they're just kind of in coast mode, even though they got embarrassed by the Falcons last week. But I think they're kind of in coast mode too. Uh,
Well, because
I will.
I was gonna say their division is horrible, but actually the Patriots aren't playing bad right now. So I mean, they still got to compete to win the division.
the Patriots might make the playoffs and they'll get bounced in the first round. Like I don't think they have the experience or anything. Again, I just think teams are maybe in coast mode, and then when they get to the big time games, they'll just know how to turn it up.
Yeah,
Where
true
Drake
that.
he may not have that gear, even though he's playing very well. Don't get me wrong, he's playing very very good.
What do you say, Michael?
I was going to circle back to that KC, like we were talking about them and how they look like they're firing on all cylinders. They're a pass only team. They can't run the ball. Like they
Yeah.
had 152 rushing yards today, but the average yards per carry was like 3.8, 2.8. Across the team, it was 3.7. Like they can't run the ball at all, but Pat Mahomes is just dotting everything right now.
Well, dude, like they still have Kareem Hunt that they're relying on to score touchdowns in the backfield. Like
He, I
that
mean,
alone tells you, like,
he only carried the ball 4 times today. He had 4.5 yards a rush, but like Isaiah Pacheco was 15 carries for 57 yards, and like they pulled Patrick Mahomes in the third quarter because they
well, and
were they were beating him so bad.
That's probably Pacheco's high rushing for the year too. I mean, he's been
Yeah,
rough.
yeah. So like if you
Third
can
quarter.
Yeah, if you can shut down or contain the pass game against Kansas City, they're going to have problems. I don't know if you can do
Yeah,
that because of how many weapons they have between Worthy, Rasheed Rice was back today and balled out 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelsey is still old reliable, like just that safety blanket. There's still a matchup problem, but they're gettable if you can contain them on the pass.
yeah. And if Buffalo could figure out how to finally beat him in the playoffs, because they
Yeah,
still haven't figured that out. So we'll see. But all right, well, let's get jumping into some college
College
football. And we have
football.
some
Let's do
big
it.
time games this week. So nothing really in the early week. Oh, I lied. We
Yeah, I
had
was gonna say.
we
Friday.
had a big time game Friday where Louisville went into Hard Rock Cafe and defeated the Miami Hurricanes. Carson Beck, the previous
Went and ate
Heisman
all the food
favorite.
in Hard Rock
Yeah.
Cafe.
Carson Beck, 4 picks and 0 touchdowns against Louisville. So, and again,
Yeah,
you know,
he
kind
looked
of going back to
rough.
what Michael was talking about, pass only. I mean, Miami had 63 yards rushing. Their leading rusher had 18 yards. Fletcher had
God,
18 yards rushing.
that's that's so bad. You
At
can't win when
home.
you do that.
At
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
Yeah,
So,
Hard Rock Cafe isn't a hard place to play at, though. Honestly, if that's not there's no home field advantage in that restaurant. Um, no, but man, I think it's just we saw Carson Beck kind of revert to the mean. Obviously, them not being able to run the ball is part of it too, and you're seeing that difficulty like with Texas offense, with LSU's offense. Same kind of concept. If you're that one dimensional, just drop eight in coverage and make them find the space. And Carson Beck, I don't know if he was confused or what happened, but he looked like Georgia Carson Beck on Friday.
yeah.
And the one time that I had him over touchdowns, that happened. So that's probably why he didn't have a good game, honestly, because every single other piece of that parlay hit. So
Yep. Sure did.
yeah,
Hey,
that's
I will say,
part of the
man, you
course.
want to talk about coaching carousel? Jeff Brom probably gonna be in the
Yeah,
conversation for sure on landing one of those spots. I don't know where, but I mean, it'll definitely be in the running somewhere.
but dude,
So
obviously Miami's still well in the playoff conversation. But like if this spirals, like is there possibly an opening at Miami too with Cristobal? Like if this spirals out of control, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but say they miss the playoff, like
I was gonna say, like,
It,
if they end up in
it'd
the
be a
Pop Tart Bowl
monumental
again, I
collapse
mean, yeah,
because after that Louisville game, guys, they don't have another tough game.
no, they don't. But I mean, but
But to your point, if
if they
they
lose another game,
if they lose 2 games and miss the playoff, he might get fired because like
yeah,
their remaining schedule. I mean, we all said after Florida State it wasn't hard, but their remaining schedule. If he finds a way to lose 2 more of these, every coach in the state of Florida might just not have a job outside of Alex Golish at USF, who will have a Power 5 job or Power 4 job next year. But
hmm
uh, yeah, I want to I want to say there's no way that they lose another one, but after what I just watched on Friday, I can't say that. But there's
I
no way
mean,
they lose another one. There's no way.
dude, you
uh,
saw what Stanford did this weekend.
yeah, they're
Uh,
rolling into town this week.
Florida State's a fraud, and Mike Norvell
I'm
is
kidding.
gone,
No,
gone.
but I think obviously they're probably going to win, but SMU they got to go on the road to SMU and they got to go on the road to Pitt. Those are two possibility. Like they could slip up there, is what I'm saying. There could be a slip up for sure.
They just opened the door to make the ACC not wide open, but a lot more chaotic than it had to be.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I know
Georgia
that
Tech is a shoe
Georgia
in now.
yeah,
Georgia
they
Tech
gotta
has
be.
hardly they have nothing left besides at home against Pitt.
Yeah.
And going on the road at Duke, I thought was a very good win because Duke was good in the ACC. They had a couple non-conference losses, but I thought that was a very good win. And Georgia Tech's only tough game left is at Georgia, which means nothing for the ACC. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think everybody else is now vying for who's going to play them in the title game. And, you know, Virginia just keeps rolling along, and
Yep.
Yeah.
they don't have a lot. I mean, they go to North Carolina, to Cal, which stinks going across the country. But Wake Forest at Duke, tough, but and then Virginia Tech. But I mean, there's a world where Miami's going to be a top 10 team, and but they will not make the ACC title game. I'm just saying that out loud right now.
I mean, that's like perfect scenario, right? Because then you don't have to worry about losing that game and falling outside the top 16.
That's a bad scenario if you're a Big Ten or an
SEC.
SEC homer because that means three ACC teams probably get in.
Oof.
Yeah.
But who would be if they don't make the championship though? Like who would be the other representative? Georgia Tech and
Virginia.
who?
Virginia.
Virginia. They're 5-0 in
Possibly.
conference play right now.
Virginia
6-1
has
overall.
no conference losses. They have at North Carolina, abysmal, at Cal, which stinks going across the pond or across the country, but
Yeah.
that's winnable. Wake Forest, Wolf, at Duke, tough. Virginia Tech, Wolf Part Two. Like it's
Well,
a
and
very, very, very winnable
But
schedule here.
rivalry
Yeah, but still, that's very,
yeah,
very, very winnable.
for sure.
That's
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying.
SMU's 3-0 in conference play right now as well
Yeah, I
too.
was gonna say SMU
But
sneakily in there too.
SMU also has Miami and another tough game. I thought I saw on their schedule.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
When
that
when is Dabo going to get the hook? Like they've lost 4 games this year. They just lost to SMU. Are they ever going to pull the plug on him?
no, because
No.
Clemson, in my opinion, Clemson is not the job people hype it up to be. Dabo is Clemson.
Yeah.
If Clemson came open, it's not the marquee job that people would think it is because they've won national titles. They were ass before Dabo got there, and if you pull that plug, I don't think it becomes this major power school job that it might seem like it is without Dabo. So I
Yeah,
don't think they pull that plug.
prior to Dabo, yeah, they were
Bad.
irrelevant.
Yeah. They'll go back to being a basketball school and baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SMU has Miami and Louisville are their two tough games, and they're both at
Yeah.
home. So
I was gonna say Louisville only has one conference loss too, and that's that
But
overtime loss to Virginia. They have the tiebreaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
so I think there's a real possibility here based on the schedules. Miami is a top 10 team, and Georgia Tech and Virginia make the ACC title game as undefeated ACC teams. And that's a bad scenario for the college football playoff because
yeah,
they
that would
don't
be
want that at
crazy.
all. They
No.
wanted Miami to be the lone ACC representative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine after all this, you have three ACC teams in the playoff?
Gives us something to talk about. That'd be very interesting.
Yeah. That's
I'd say
crazy.
I'd hate it, but LSU isn't gonna sniff the playoffs, so it doesn't matter.
I mean,
Bring on the
Michael threw
chaos.
or somebody threw out Bromwell ago. Brent Key's got to be getting some love, right?
That's
As like
true.
a
Yeah,
coach to be at a bigger school. Like he's got the
I think
Yellow
so for
Jackets playing
sure.
inspired football. We've talked about it before. I love him. He's a coach that I would 100% want to play for. I would think one of these bigger schools has to be like, hey man, this guy has built something at a school that hasn't been good since the '90s, mid 2000s.
Yeah.
So
And
I
he's
think
and he's about to graduate his entire offense. So
very
with
good
his
time for
team.
him to jump ship. Yes,
Yeah,
that's a very good point, Brian. Very good time for
yeah,
him to jump while the getting's good.
for sure. Time will tell. Coaching carousel is going to be exciting, man. I can't wait to
Yeah,
talk about
dude.
it.
It's gonna be wild.
It's going
It's
to be
going to be very
crazy this
fun
year.
because it's not just the big names. It's whenever you poach them from the small schools and someone has to refill those spots. It's going to be very, 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 very fun for us to talk about as we get later on at the end of the year.
Yep, absolutely. Well, let's get rolling into Saturday. So, just kind of going down the list here. So, Vanderbilt takes down LSU. Tough one for LSU on the road. I mean, Diego Pavia played well. LSU, a lot of mistakes, didn't play great. Um, but yeah, just tough loss. So I know you kind of said already earlier, Lucas, but Brian Kelly's definitely got to be feeling really hot in the backside right now. So
Like, I don't know if y'all watched that game at all, but LSU moved the ball very well. Their defense just couldn't get off the field on third down. Like that's what it came
yeah,
down to in this game. Like for the first time, LSU's offense was clicking a little bit. Right, they were putting drives together, scoring touchdowns, doing their thing, and the defense just couldn't stay off the field. Obviously, Whit Weeks being out doesn't help with run fit and schemes. Like you're missing one of your All American linebackers from injury, but
mhm,
supposedly it was like a bone bruise on his foot. Like obviously you don't want somebody super injured to not play, but in previous times, man, like you're going to be on the field unless it's something that we don't know that like you you
I think it had to be worse than what was reported because he seems like a gamer, so it had to be worse for him to not play.
he does absolutely seem like a gamer, but yeah, I don't know. I agree, but still, either way, LSU's roster is worth $18 million. Like there's no excuse to get dominated like you did. You didn't lose the game off of some fluke stuff. Like there was none of
No,
that.
they
Like
didn't.
you
mhm,
legitimately got dominated in this football game. Like I think midway through the second quarter, LSU's left tackle left with an injury for the rest of the game, and then the backup. They kept showing replays of him just getting blown up off the ball, like legitimately just
yeah.
pancaked flat on his back. And so things like that, like at some point you got to put your hand in the ground and go be the point of attack. But LSU, for some reason, they just, yeah, it's some of those things that we've seen since Louisiana Tech this year, and the coaching staff just isn't finding ways to fix these issues. Which is why LSU, I don't know how the line is 2.5 for A&M, but I think A&M wins by 20, man. Like the way LSU plays,
It's
like
2.5.
it's 2.5, yes.
I, I I think you said it perfect earlier, Lucas. Like, there's two things that I see a problem with LSU above anything: O-line play, and then the word you used, soft. I mean, they are just soft, and that's not something that in years past I would ever say about an LSU team. Like, they may not be the most talented all the time, but there's somebody on there that's going to just be a hard-nosed play, give everything they got, and they just seem soft.
But see, and I disagree with that statement because the last 3 years they've been soft. Like they starting off
Bri
this season
I should have
defensively,
said
they were
I should have
running to
said
the ball.
pre Brian Kelly. I
Yeah.
should have said that. Since he's been there, they've just been soft. So
Yes. And this year, right out the gate against Clemson, like they were like hat on hat. They were flying to the football. And as the season has gone along, it's just been a little bit slower. Not as much intensity. Um, they're just not flying to the football like they were earlier in the season against Clemson. And again, we found out Clemson's not as good of a team as we thought. Um, but still, like it's at the end of the day, as a coaching staff, you have to figure out a way to make it work. And you mentioned Joe Sloan earlier too. There's been people talking about his play calling all year. I'm like, well, Nussmeier's hurt. They're not pulling out the full playbook. They're kind of dumbing it down. There's no more time for that. You're losing football games at this
Hmm.
point. And some of the play calls where I get it, you can't run the ball between the tackles, so you swing out a pass to the outside, but it gets blown up, and so you're in second and 12, second and 13 every drive, and then Nussmeier's over here slinging the ball 3/4 slot with a dude draped around his legs for a touchdown, and that's like every play he's running around with his. I don't know. LSU has a lot of problems. Offensive line is one of them, but I think, again, as I mentioned in the hike, culture is where the root of all this is coming from because it's just not LSU football.
It feels like those two schools are going in opposite directions with the culture. Like Vanderbilt didn't even rush the field after that game ended. They waited for the LSU players to get off before they went onto the field. Like it feels like Vanderbilt is, and it
Well,
probably leaves after this year when Pavia leaves. Like I don't know that you can
yeah,
sustain that, but it
absolutely.
is interesting to see the culture shift there the last 2 years
They also
where they
didn't
are
rush. They probably also didn't rush because like there's a new
defined.
rule, the fine thing,
Yeah, yeah, and like they make note of that. I was reading an article about it, but
and
I feel like last year they probably rushed the field. Even if
and
there is the fine, they're probably just going wild.
I think I was looking on Twitter like pregame. I'm pretty sure in like that 50,000 stadium seat stadium, I think 30,000 were LSU fans.
LSU. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
LSU
Golden
for
It was
State
sure.
purple
LSU
everywhere, dude. Purple
LSU literally
everywhere.
took over Nashville. Like
Yeah,
that's a very common like place to go vacation and go out and stuff. And LSU travels well, and
And
yeah, there were
still though,
tons.
and still just couldn't.
Dude, they yeah,
Yeah.
it was just all around not good. And again, LSU finally got a running game going. Like that wasn't a problem. Like they were
You
rushing
just
the ball
couldn't
pretty
contain
well.
Pavia.
That's
That's all
exactly
it
what it
was.
was.
You could not contain him.
Which is wild because last week we were able to. Sellers is a way better athlete, and Sellers rushed for 26 yards.
he just wanted it
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, or they're coached better.
That's probably
That's another
another.
guy. We like
Yeah.
I mentioned Brent Key a while ago, but Clark Lee might need to
Nah,
get out of there.
he ain't going nowhere. He went to school there. That's his alma
I
mater.
know he's a Vanderbilt guy, but to Michael's point, they're in a great spot right now. I don't know how sustainable this is after Pavia is gone. And but to your point, I guess there too, Lucas, he might be able to stay here for 10 years and win 6 games a year, and they're probably not going to fire him though. So
Exactly.
he's probably fine. But if he wanted to get a bigger job, like there will be no time like the president because I think it does regress back to the mean after Pavia is gone.
Yes.
For sure.
Agreed. And we talked about it last week, and we were like, "Oh yeah, Carson Beck is the front runner." Pavia might be in the mix if they keep winning. Like if they beat Missouri this week,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
mean, he's not putting out these crazy numbers because I think he threw for what 116 and rushed for like another 100. So it's not like he's like lighting up the stat book, the stat sheet, but
he's up there. We haven't
he's
talked about the
winning.
game yet. I'll probably give us a segue to it, but it's probably Ty Simpson right now.
Yeah,
I think it'd be hard to argue otherwise right now. I mean,
Yeah,
except for Fernando Mendoza, but I mean, I think it's
That'd be the
those
yeah.
only
two.
person I would take. Yep, I
Yeah.
agree with that 100%.
Well, let's keep rolling. So we had some big time SEC games. Georgia and Ole Miss in an absolute shootout. Uh, Crazy game. And then just Ole Miss just couldn't find a way at the end. Uh, but yeah, man, it was just back and forth the entire game. I mean, it was just no defense in sight, which I know we talked about last week. We talked about Ole Miss, like not having any kind of defense, and they showed it. But offensively, I mean, Trinidad Chambliss, I mean, he didn't do as well in the second half, but in the first half, I mean, he was absolutely lights out. I mean, like I think he had, I only think he had one or two incompletions the entire first half. Like he was just, slinging the ball around, just making plays. But again, just couldn't find a way to go into Athens and get a win. But I thought it was a really good game. So
If Ole Miss wins that game, Trinidad Chambliss is also in that conversation because he's
oh,
putting he's
100%.
putting up crazy numbers as well. And like, that was his first SEC road start after coming from a D2 college. Like
Hmm.
that says a lot right there. Like they found their guy. Like there's no going back to was it
No.
Riley
Simmons,
Simmons, yeah.
Riley
yeah,
Simmons? Is
Austin
it
Austin
Simmons,
Austin
yeah,
Simmons.
Austin Simmons?
Austin
Austin
Simmons.
Simmons. Yeah. And so yeah, I mean, I thought Ole Miss honestly had no shot in this game, and they looked really good.
But they scored
Yep.
they scored 5 touchdowns on their first 5 drives.
I
Is that
believe
correct?
I
Yeah.
believe that is correct.
You don't do that on a Kirby Smart defense at Georgia. Like that's very impressive. And normally that would be enough to win the football game. So
Yeah.
that's a more credit to Georgia and Gunnar Stockton gamer. I mean, he's had one bad game or one iffy game this year. Other than that, been a big gamer this year. So credit to them for responding every time that Ole Miss just went down the field. But I'm not used to seeing Georgia give up 30 plus points and then score 40 themselves. But uh, they sure did it at home this time.
I want to say that's one thing I will say is like Gunnar Stockton's like quietly had like a solid season this year. Like, and nobody's really talked about him at all. But yeah, I mean, he's done really well. I mean, the big thing is that Georgia and Ole Miss are kind of in the same boat as well, where like just like neither one of them really runs the ball that great. I mean, Nate Frazier, I mean, before Saturday didn't do great. Like he had 72 yards yesterday, and then Ole Miss, I mean, their leading rusher was Chambliss with 42 yards. So I mean, they both of them kind of struggle running the ball a little bit, but I don't know. Well, is Georgia jumping in the top five now?
Yeah,
Georgia is
Georgia's
number
five.
5.
Number five, yeah. So which we all knew that was coming eventually, but and then on the other side, a little bit down the road, Alabama dominating Tennessee. And I mean, we went back to a Florida State game. We said this is it for Alabama, but I mean they've been playing solid this year. I mean they haven't lost since that game. And I know going back to Will's point, I mean Ty Simpson, I mean he's definitely up there for Heisman running right now. So I mean they just kind of took over this game. I mean, was it ever really close?
I mean, yes, it was.
It,
That game really did change at the end of the half. Tennessee's going in to score and they throw a pick six at the
Yeah.
goal line. It was like a 99-yard pick six. Like I'm pretty sure Tennessee either goes in to tie the game or to take the lead
It
in
was
that.
it was going to be either 16-14 at the half. Bama runs the pick back. It goes 23-7 at the half.
That's what it
That's
is.
an insane
Hmm.
score flip.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's tough to
Tennessee
come
had
back
more
from.
yards than Bama in that game. Tennessee had 410 total yards. Bama was 373. Time of possession 31 minutes for Bama, 29 for Tennessee. They were 1-1 on turnovers. Like it just happened to be that the turnover that Tennessee had was went for six the other way. Like it was a
yes,
Mm.
really statistically a much
Whenever they were
closer game
about
than
to
what the
score
score.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it could easily have been a 14-point swing. You know, based on that play alone, and then you're right there. We're talking about Tennessee winning and Alabama losing and getting handled.
Ty
I mean,
Simpson's he's just so efficient. Doesn't turn the ball over, manages the game. I don't see I mean, say what you want. Bama's won 4 straight games against ranked opponents.
yeah,
That's very impressive. And if I'm not mistaken, two of those were on the road, if I'm not mistaken. So uh at this point I've flushed the Florida State game at the beginning of the season. We've seen what Florida State's done, since that, but to me that game doesn't exist anymore. I know it does in the rankings technically, but I flushed that out. That's just an anomaly. Bama's a very, very, very solid team right now.
yeah. As much as I hate to say it, I agree.
Which stinks because week one we were over here smiling and laughing like Bama's done, the dynasty's gone, DeBoer is a
Yeah.
joke, everything is so far gone, and unfortunately here we are in week 8, 9, wherever we are, and they are squarely not even in the SEC title race. They are up at the upper echelon of the national title picture as well. So that's very unfortunate.
I
Agreed.
say, and just looking at their schedule the rest of the way too. I mean, They got LSU at home, which we talked about LSU. They got Oklahoma at home, which Oklahoma's been kind of back and forth. Looks kind of boring yesterday against South Carolina. And then obviously at Auburn at the end of the season, which we've talked about that game multiple times. Anything can happen in that game. But I mean, even if you go 2-1 in that span, I mean, you're still sitting right where you want to be. So I mean,
They
it's
have
it's
a
hard to
couple of
imagine them.
mulligans.
Yeah, for sure. So it's hard to imagine them not being. I would. It would take a colossal collapse for them to not be top 12 at the end of it all, and like you said, probably in the SEC championship game too. So we'll see how it plays out. But and then moving back over a little bit in the SEC, we had the Texas and Kentucky game where Texas did everything possible to not win that game, and Kentucky said, "No, we don't want to win." So just a very, very ugly game. I mean, I didn't watch much of it, but Michael, I'm sure you saw all of it. But
Yeah, I've never seen a team get their ass beat up and down a field so hard and then still walk away with a win. Like Kentucky had 395 total yards, Texas had 179. They even have 200 total yards of offense. That's terrible. Like just bad, bad on offense. But it's been the same. It's been the same story all year long, outside of the OU game where the O line just cannot hit their blocks. I watched a play where you had a pulling tight end for a designed quarterback run, two defenders. The guy whiffs on both of them, and Arch gets taken out for a 3 yard loss. And it's like, dude, like, what are we doing? All you have to do is get a hand on one guy and try to give him a chance to make a play. It was just bad. They're terrible on offense right now.
If Texas doesn't have Niblet returning punts, they lose probably last week and
Two
this week
games, yeah, you've lost the last two games for sure.
because Texas's one touchdown that they scored in this game was where Niblet ran it down to like the 5 yard line.
Mhm.
So
man,
like that dude is a game changer in itself. Like you just don't punt to that guy and you probably win those games.
Yeah,
Um, and so that says a lot right there where your punt return game is your best offense. But I watched a lot of that game too, and man, it was brutal. It was a tough watch.
it's just ugly football. Like the defense, you've got a national championship caliber defense out there, and they just get no help at all. They're on the field 40 minutes of that game. Time of possession was 39 minutes to 20 minutes. Like
Yeah,
the fact that they only gave up 13 points, I don't care if it's Kentucky. You only gave up 13 points, but you're on the field for 40 minutes.
Well,
It's just
and again,
brutal.
if also not for a, I won't even say questionable, I guess, because Kentucky stinks, and what the hell does Mark Stoops have to play for? But if they don't if they don't go for it on fourth down and in overtime, we probably go to a second overtime, and who knows what happens? But they go
yeah.
for it on fourth down there. If they kick that field goal, I mean, we could be having a very different conversation.
Which I'm not sure why they
Not
ran the same play to try to jump over the line again.
I I
Very true.
I didn't I
Very
didn't
true.
understand that. Like the commentators in that game were talking about it too, like in saying that, the play here is for Stoops to go for it and just try to put the game away. And I'm like, Texas hadn't done anything all night. Like
Just kick the
live to
field
fight
goal.
another day. Yeah, just kick the field goal and like live to fight another day because their offense isn't going to get it done. It's just not. And then we
and,
saw
and
Texas
they
offense
didn't.
couldn't get it done.
They
Yeah,
didn't at all.
like just get out of your own way. Like yeah, it was stupid. That was a stupid call.
Shipley's a monster.
I was say,
Yeah,
yeah,
He's going
thanks
to
to
make a lot of
Shipley.
money in the NFL.
Is he
yeah,
part of the Shipley dynasty from Texas? Is he? He's not related at
No,
Nah,
all.
he's a
no,
Texas
Crazy.
State Bobcat.
he was at
yeah.
Texas
Really
State last year. He was at Texas State. Yep.
interesting.
Yeah,
Beat 'em
Did
up
not know
cats.
that.
Yeah.
it's just funny how that played out, where they had Bert Auburn, who couldn't even win the job at Miami, and now they have a Texas State transfer who's been absolute money since he came in. So
Dude, he's
Well, and
busting
like
from 60.
two two of the misses he had were like 50 plus yards last week against OU. Like I don't expect you to make that. That's a coin flip in my opinion. 53 yards in Dallas with the wind, the way that it blows up here. Like,
But I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
the dude's nails.
didn't he have a 60 yarder in the game as well?
At the OU game or the Kentucky game?
Actually, no. I think he had a 55 yarder against OU, but it would have been good from like 65.
Yeah, yeah, he hammered it. He was 3 for 3 against Kentucky with a 53-yard long
Yeah.
yesterday. Like the dude's nails.
Yeah, he's a monster.
It's, it's the one bright spot on offense is your kicking game.
Special
I was
teams
gonna
is
Because
y'all's
yeah,
best.
because Texas had zero business winning that football game.
No,
Zero
Oh,
no,
business.
not at all. They should have lost that game by 14 points at least, based on the way the stats played out. You just can't,
I just
And again, it's not the defense's fault. They
it's the O
were,
line, man.
yeah,
They're
like,
awful because we're not going to sit back and say that Sark doesn't know how to scheme. He's a very good play caller. Like he does know
mhm.
offense.
oh, yeah, maybe.
I
You
think
want to
he
hear the worst
is.
part?
I
How,
think he
how many
is.
how many first downs do you think Texas had yesterday?
Dude,
Just take a wild.
I know in the second half I think they had one, like they had one in the middle of the fourth quarter. I don't think they had a first down in the third quarter at all.
I'm going to
Eight,
guess four. Oh, I was going to guess four. Just how bad
eight,
it was. But
eight first downs the entire game. Kentucky
I
had
mean,
26, but like it's just so
they had
bad.
26 first downs.
Yeah, bro.
Kentucky did, but they were 7 for 18 on third downs. So like again, the defense is getting off the field and giving you an opportunity. But how long can you do that before you just get gashed on one
They were eight for
breakaway?
what? Eight for what?
Uh, no, sorry. Kentucky was 7 of 18 on third down
Yeah,
efficiency.
what was Texas on third down? Sorry.
5 of 16.
It's not all. I mean, it's not great, but
But then five of your 8 first downs are coming on third down plays. Like you're not getting any chunk plays at all. No chunk plays on first and second down. So like all of your, yeah, it's just. And again, penalties another problem. 7 penalties for 50 yards last night for Texas. They're undisciplined, and the offensive line is just trash. Yeah,
not looking good right now down in Austin, Texas.
no, it's not. It's not.
yeah, Texas A&M is going to go in there and absolutely roll them.
I don't know that they'll roll them, but they'll beat them by 14. If you call that a rolling, then yeah,
Uh,
sure. But
a,
the
a,
defense will
dou-
keep them in it.
a double digit win is a roll. Like
It'll be
just
a
like A&M is going to do the same thing to LSU next week.
it'll be a respectable
Don't
loss.
make me do this stuff, guys. Just don't make
I
me
was gonna
do it.
say Will's like no.
No, this dude. I'm not saying A&M's winning a national championship. I'm saying that Texas and LSU's biggest problems are A&M's strengths.
Yeah,
Strength. Yeah.
A&M is playing good, sound football right now. Those two teams are not, and
I agree with
that's an
all of
objective
this.
fact.
I agree with all of it. I'm sure we'll get to our game. I've just been in this position before. My heart's been ripped out so many times.
For sure.
Oh
But
man.
but A&M has the one thing that matters, and that's a good experienced offensive line
Mhm.
to lay the whole foundation of everything that you do. And so, yeah, I wish LSU had last year's O line with this team, with this defense. That would be cool. You know,
Yeah,
same thing with
Let's hope
Texas. I'm
Texas
sure
stays the
Texas says the
same.
same.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, let's roll
Next
into the
game.
Big
I do want to
12.
talk.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, if we're going through conference, I'll wait. It's in the Big Ten. I'm excited to talk about it.
Okay.
Also caveat, last week we completely just missed the Red River rivalry. So
Yeah, I don't know
yeah,
how we
Texas
did
won
that.
that game. Texas won. OU sucked.
Yeah.
It was an awful watch for most of the game. That's our breakdown. All right, go ahead.
Oklahoma's not scored a touchdown against Texas in 2 years. So which is
Yes.
kind of funny to
They
me.
haven't scored a touchdown 3 out of the last 4.
Yeah. It's kind of wild to think, but I'm sure Texas enjoys it though, because it used to be very much the opposite. So
Mm-hmm.
but
Sark has Brent
yeah,
Venables' number. That's the only thing.
well, I think a lot of people have Brent Venables' number, honestly, but that's yeah.
I have his number.
His
You want
comments
to talk
about this isn't Big 12 football.
I'll say you want to talk about coaches that might also be on the hot seat soon. Brent Venables should definitely be on that list. But going back to the
Yeah.
whole LSU like buyout money, like I mean, I
But
don't see how it doesn't happen.
dude, like I don't think you could pull the trigger on that yet. Like same thing. The leeway that I gave Billy Napier is the same leeway I'm going to give Venables. Their schedule is absolutely brutal, and then their quarterback gets hurt in the middle of the year. Like that sucks. Like you literally spend all summer, all fall camp based around this quarterback and new. They even brought the offensive coordinator with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a new
Like
offense, new
that's
quarterback, new coordinator, and Venable's defense is. I mean,
it's
Good.
been good.
it's a top five defense. They were the number one defense in the nation before that Texas game. Now they hadn't played a whole lot of people, but you still like you can only play the schedule in front of you, and that's what they've done.
Agreed.
And so I don't think his seat's as hot, but I mean, if he goes on a stretch of losing 3 or 4 games
Which is possible with the
next year,
schedule they have coming
yeah,
up. They have a
it is.
brutal
Like
run.
they
Next
play
year will be hot.
only they play top 15 teams the rest of the season.
Yeah.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
Good
Yeah, I
Lord.
think
Yeah.
Dude, that's what we're
I,
OU and freaking Florida got shafted by
Yeah.
the SEC.
Yes, 100%.
If OU wants to fire him, please, I'll take him at LSU. Honestly, I'll take Venables at LSU. Let's do a
They'll at
little
least bring your
swapsies.
culture back to
Yeah, let's do a
hard-nosed football.
swapsies.
I mean,
I think Venables is a better DC than he is a head coach.
that's what I was
I
gonna
mean,
say. Yeah. I mean, I
I'm
think he's one
fine
of
with
those guys.
that.
He's a coordinator more than he is a head coach.
He's an amazing coordinator, but I don't know if he's cut out to be the head guy. But
Maybe.
We'll
Well,
see.
playing top 15 teams in a like for the rest of the season isn't going to bode well for your
yeah,
record
it
as a
doesn't
head
help.
coach.
No,
what you got in the
especially
Big
because
12,
you
Brian?
still don't. Well, I was gonna say, well, two big games here. So number one, Arizona State takes down the previously front runners, Texas Tech Red Raiders. 26-22, good game. Sam Levitt came back from his injury, threw for 319 yards. So big time game for Arizona State. And Texas Tech had their backup quarterback in. I know we talked about it yesterday, Lucas, but he played really well against Utah. Did not play very well against Arizona State yesterday. Looked rough. And honestly, one of the biggest things about Texas Tech is they've been able to run the ball this year. I mean, Hammond, their quarterback, was their leading rusher. I mean, they only had 109 yards rushing. Cameron Dickey, who's been their like workhorse, he had 40 yards rushing. So big win for Arizona State. And I mean, all it does is just keep opening up. Who's going to win it? I mean, BYU's the only undefeated conference team left. We'll get into them in a minute, but
Cincinnati.
yeah, they're creeping.
They're undefeated as well.
they
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
undefeated in conference play.
that
They're
is
four
true,
zero.
Dan. 4-0, yeah, man. I'll say their only loss is that tough loss at the beginning of the season to Nebraska. So they've just been one of those just quietly just hanging around. So
And
you got
don't
two,
Good.
sleep
two,
on Houston either.
I was
Don't
just
sleep on
looking up.
Houston at all.
I was just looking up their schedule.
Their schedule, dude, is very, very lax to finish the season. Houston is primed to make, if they can knock off Arizona State this week, they have to go to
yep,
them. It's a big one. But do not sleep on the Cougars.
Yeah,
Willie Fritz has those boys playing very good.
yeah.
I was just looking at Houston, man.
It's
Yeah.
just crazy, like the quick turnaround. I mean, this is his first year, right? Didn't they still have
Third?
Holgerson last year? I thought they still had Holgerson
Sec
last. Oh wait,
it's second or third.
second year. It must be
Uh
second year.
yeah, because Summerall's kind of flying up at Tulane after Fritz left, so
Yeah,
it's for
yeah, yeah,
sure
yeah.
second, if not third. I do want to say second year. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get off, but
What about those Kansas State Wildcats? They're still hanging around 2-2.
yeah, that was a bad take on my end. Very bad take on my end. And
Yeah.
so is Utah now.
Dude,
I put so much faith in Utah, and they're just a average Big 12 team.
I
Well, I
put
don't
money
think
on
Dan
them.
Pierce played out the way that people thought they were going to play out. So
Yeah.
The
I
just
mean,
the whole offense has. I mean, granted, the Holy War is the Holy War, so it's always a crazy game. That's always like a one score game. It's very tough. It's a very underrated rivalry. Those two schools hate each other. Like there's pure
Mhm.
hatred there. So, I mean, a loss on the road at your arch rival, it's not that crazy, but it's a tough road for them to climb out with two losses with what I think other teams have in front of them. So, Utah's probably done in the Big 12.
That game is a prime example of clean football wins games. BYU had 52 penalties or 5 penalties for 42 yards. Utah had 12 for 77, lost a fumble, threw an interception, and lost by 3. Like,
Damn.
it just, like, if you can just play clean football, like, that's all you got to do. It sounds so simple. Why can't we do it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's been a
I
tough
wish
thing for
LSU could figure
Utah
that
this
out.
year, though. They've just been so up and down. So
But like the Tech game, I mean, it was a tied football game with 10 minutes left in the game, and then Texas Tech's backup comes in and just slings the ball around and
true. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
smokes
yeah,
them.
yeah.
You know, like that's a tied game with in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
mean, but
I
it was the
mean,
same thing. It was like it was an ugly game both ways too. It wasn't like a back and forth. Like Utah, like just wasn't playing great, and then finally, like
yeah,
Texas Tech kind of just wore them down. That was the big difference in that one.
for sure.
Great news is, boys, just kind of like we talked about preseason, Big 12 is just fun. Like we
Yeah,
don't really have any idea who is the front runner at this point. We thought Tech had separated themselves. I think talent wise, they probably still are, but they've choked and now they've opened it up to some other teams. So, and
Is their
BYU
starter
kind of
out for
just
the
keeps getting.
year?
I don't think so.
who?
The starter.
Tech. Yeah, the starter for Tech, their quarterback.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't. I didn't even realize he was hurt until the game came up and they said he was out.
That could be a problem if
Mm.
he is.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a game time decision, so I don't think he's out for the year. But because he was still available, but in like emergency only, which tells me like it's like a week to week type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he comes back talent wise, Tech is still the class, probably the Big 12. But again, a loss opens it up for some other teams, and with the schedules that are out there, like it's not there is no guarantee. Like you and like I was gonna say like BYU. I think every year we all kind of, and when I say we, I mean everybody, just kind of forgets that BYU exists. I mean they were quietly a good 10-2 team last year, and they're undefeated again this year. And I still think nobody really thinks they're all that good, but they're undefeated and they beat everybody in front of them. So you got to give a little bit of credit to that.
Hey,
I
Lucas
think a
said
big
last
reason.
year you got a when you got a big group of 23, 24 year olds playing football, then that makes a difference too. So
That's true. That's true.
But that was my take.
yeah.
But I think a lot of people wrote them off after that whole quarterback debacle over the summer.
Yeah, Retzlaff.
Um,
Retzlaff,
Yeah.
yeah.
Retzelaff, yeah, and so I think that plays a big part in the kind of them being under the radar a lot too, because they're like, oh, they also quarterback, they have to have a backup come in and run the show, and yeah, I mean, it turns out they're not as bad as we thought. I mean, are they going to win a national championship? I wouldn't put money on it, but I mean, they could sneak their way into a playoff if they keep doing what they're doing right now. Obviously,
Tough schedule to finish the season.
yeah, that's very yeah. I mean, I'm sure with the
They have
schedule they
at
had before,
they have at Iowa State, at Texas Tech, at home for TCU, at Cincy, then home for UCF. But those
Oh,
yeah,
next
yeah.
four are not to go 4-0 in that stretch is going to be a tall task.
Yeah.
yeah.
But again, I mean, if you win a couple of them, get to number 7, lose one, I mean, you're still setting yourself up. Especially if you win the Big 12 championship, somebody's got to get in. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. I mean, like, what are the odds that you have just like we talked about at the beginning of the season? You have a whole group of or one or two lost teams that are all just right there next to each other. Like, you just gotta you really with the Big 12, you just got to find your way into the championship game. I feel like you can't lose at the wrong time and lose a tiebreak for whatever it is, like whatever tiebreak it turns out to be.
I think you have to win it though. I think because of what's happened, the Big 12's probably positioning itself as a one-team league
With
to get in the
ACC.
playoff.
Yeah,
Correct. With what we talked about earlier. So
for sure. So I forgot an SEC game. Will you let me pass up on the Texas A&M Fighting Eggs sneaking out
that's
in
fine.
Fayetteville,
Nothing to
Arkansas?
talk about here. Nothing to talk about. I just want to quietly coast, boys. I want to quietly
Yeah.
coast. Don't want to get overconfident. I don't want to get to anything. Quickly, offense looked really good. We scored on 7 and 9 drives. Defense did not. If we play a running quarterback, we're in trouble. Also, Taylor Green might be one of the most wasted ability at Arkansas that I've seen if he goes to a team that actually has good O-line play or good things around him. But just a waste of talent staying in Arkansas the last 3 years, unfortunately for him. But the kid is very good. I don't think anybody can argue that. I mean,
No, for
they
sure.
play they've been in almost every game they played this year, even at 2-5. So I'm not shocked it was a 3-point game. We've won 13 of 14 against them, but I think 10 of them have been one-score games. This game's always close. It's always crazy. Things happen, but we were I don't want to say we were always in control, but we were kind of always in control. I mean, it really wasn't ever getting away from us. So defense got to shore some things up. But again, we've done this a few times now this year where, hey, if the defense is struggling, the offense picks up. Hey, if the offense is struggling, the defense clamps down. And I'm just glad we can win games on in multiple different ways. But we got to shore some things up to finish the season. But I still feel good about us.
It's a much different approach than you took last week. So
There was different. There was different
different factors.
factors. Oh, don't worry.
Yeah,
I still think we're kicking LSU's ass Saturday. Don't worry. I'm still
yeah,
on that. I'm still on
yeah.
that train now. Don't get me
I
wrong,
agree.
but
So yeah,
but we're 7-0, Brian, and if for anybody who doesn't remember, we were 7-1 last year in a great spot, and we finished 8-4. So I've been down
yes.
this road before. I am hyped. I'm very excited, but I am waiting till my heart gets ripped out, and I just want to play coy until that happens. So
Somebody sent me a meme the other day where it was like it's like that old Ben Affleck meme where he's like standing on the sidewalk with a cigarette, and it was like it's like when you're playing good football, but you know you still have four losses left on the schedule. Like, yeah,
it's
I
not
mean I
out.
don't disagree.
It's
They're
not
definitely playing good football right now. So
it's
we'll
not out of the
see.
question.
Yeah. Oh, one other game I was going to touch on. Old Notre Dame sneaking back into the top 12 rankings already after everything. So 5-2, but here they are taking down the USC Trojans in a game where CJ Carr really didn't play well, but Jeremiah Love had himself a game, 24 carries for 228 yards, 300 yards
Jeez.
total rushing. Jadarian Price had 87 yards. So in a game, CJ Carr only threw for 136 yards. They still won. They still put up 34 points, won by 10. I mean,
Price.
Jaden Maeva played really well too. Threw for 328.
I was gonna say Price also had a 100-yard kickoff return touchdown.
Yeah.
So that was a
So
big. So I think USC went up. They went up like 17-14 or something, or 20-13, and on the ensuing kickoff, he took it back to the house, and I think
mm,
Notre Dame took the lead after that, and never looked back. But if you took my betting play last week, USC never covers whenever they go into Central or Eastern time zones. They didn't cover again. I think the line was 8.5. They lost by 10. So
forgot about your play,
yeah,
dude. I was gonna play it.
yep, that might be something to look forward to. So now I think they're 1-20 in the Eastern and Central time zone. So
That's crazy.
That's wild.
yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's a whole lot easier to go from east to west and play because you're just up a little bit later versus going from west to east where you're waking up 2 or 3 hours earlier in the day. Like,
yeah.
I feel like it's easier anecdotally.
I made this
I
point before, yeah.
Yeah.
so I agree to some extent, but I also agree with that as a 33-year-old. When I was 21, I didn't give a shit where I was. Like I could go out to
That's
the
fair.
bars till 2 a.m. and wake up for class at 8 a.m. and I'm fine. You know, like
Walking Cheatham Street.
yeah, they're 18 to 21 year olds. Like they'll get up just fine. They're resilient. They'll do whatever they need to do. I don't know, but they're betting wise, there might be a little bit of something to that. But
Yeah.
um, it is weird that USC cannot do that. But Mike, you mentioned like another Big Ten game. What Big Ten game were you talking
Yeah,
about?
I mean this is more anecdotal. I was just seeing a lot of rumblings on X and stuff this week about how all the writers just glaze SEC. You've got Texas still ranked, being having two losses, and Washington's 5-1, and only lost the game to Ohio State, and then just get absolutely smoked by Michigan, who got smoked by OU. And it's like, yeah, shut up. I hate the Big Ten. I don't know why I hate the Big Ten so much, but I hate them.
It's because you live
Just
in the South.
every team there, I
Yeah.
hate them
It's because you live in the
like so
South.
bad.
Because the Big Ten
Uh,
hates the SEC too.
Yeah.
You're probably
I'll
right.
say it's definitely very
Um,
much both sides.
yeah, it
Um,
just yeah. I was reading that and I was like, that's so stupid. Like that argument just
Well, it
doesn't
was that,
hold
and
water.
it was also because Notre Dame was ranked, what, 13 or 12, whatever they were, and their losses were
Yeah.
Miami and A&M, and Illinois wasn't ranked, and their losses were Indiana and Ohio State. Now, Indiana beat them 750 to 3, but
yeah.
But it's still their
no,
only two
Yeah.
losses. Yeah.
nobody's
Yeah.
remembering the fact that they just wiped the absolute floor with them, but.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, their only two losses were to number one and then number three at the time, which now they're ranked again. Good for them. But yeah, I'm with you, Michael. I think the SEC is 1 through 10 much better than the Big Ten. Now,
Yeah.
there's an argument to be made that 1 and 2 in the Big Ten are better than the top four in the SEC, but 1 through 10, I don't think you make that argument.
I don't know. And I know it's hard, especially when we're talking about Ohio State, because it was first game of the season. Texas held them to 14 points. Like, no one's
Flush
even
it,
come close to doing
flush
that
it,
since. That's kind of
yeah,
where I'm at. Like,
flush
the
it.
first game of the season, it was Julian Sayan's first start. Like, you know,
They're good,
but yeah.
dude. God, they're
I,
good.
dude,
Yeah.
I think I made this point in the other group chat. If that game's in Austin, I think Texas wins that game.
I think so
Like,
Yeah.
too. I think they'll find a way to win it.
imagine opposite things happening where Arch is making that first big road start in Ohio State. Julian Sayin now has to do that in Austin. Like,
Mhm.
there's a very big possibility that could be the case. But my whole thing with Ohio State's very good defensively. Like, they're unbelievable defense. Like, I think they're allowing 5.6 points per game or something stupid.
Yeah. It's
But
crazy.
they've also go look at the offenses that they played though. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Ohio,
there's
Minnesota.
there's there's no there, I mean they played a Texas team who had a 5 yard touchdown drive to score their only touchdown at
Yeah,
Kentucky. Like
we've established Texas is terrible on offense, so and that's
yeah,
still like it makes the point. Like, is the defense that good, or if they just played a bunch of really bad offenses?
I think
I think
It's that good.
they haven't been tested.
they have it, and it is very good. But I want to see the matchup with like an Oregon. Like I want to see what happens when they match up with Oregon, and see
Or
because if
Indiana.
or either Oregon or Indiana, because if Oregon and Indiana start putting up points, I don't know if Ohio State's good enough to keep up with that offensively. To be honest, I don't know. That's the
Yeah,
thing. We don't know.
Problem is
Yeah.
we're not going to see it until the Big Ten title game because Ohio State doesn't play anybody for the rest of the season
No.
outside of
Yeah.
the Michigan game, which
Yeah,
apparently they can't win. But I don't think Michigan's very good. So
because we had the same conversations about Miami last week. Like we're like Miami, like they're one of the top two teams in the country, and I mean they got bounced at
that's
home.
fair. That's fair.
Uh, and I don't know because like
Quarterback plays one bad game, everything else crumbles. So
yeah,
but there's just so much parity in college football. Like,
it's
we've
awesome.
talked about it. We've talked about the last couple of years, and it's been building and it's been building. And I think this year is like it's a crapshoot. Like anybody can
Legitimately, I
drop a
think
game. It
teams 3 through 20 or 19, 20 are dang near all the same.
no, because LSU's at 20. That they're
That's
they're
why
ass.
did
They're
you hear
ass.
me go back to 19? Because
Yeah.
I said
19.
20, then I almost went back to 19
Yeah,
because I saw LSU was
Yeah.
20. So
yeah. So,
Look, like Indiana going into Eugene and handing a double-digit loss to Oregon would never have been on my bingo card this year. Like Kirk Cignetti, he's a great
No.
coach. Like he's coached those kids up. They don't have a single four-star on that roster, and like you go into Eugene and just take care of business like that. It's
his
great for
blue
college
chip
football. It's
ratio is
fun.
crazy,
Yeah,
crazy
it's nuts. And what he's been able to do
with
with
less.
less, and
Unbelievable.
maybe it's not less. Like people get missed, right? Like these scouts aren't perfect, but yeah, I mean, to have the blue chip, it's like when Texas was beating these teams earlier in the year, they were just doing it off sheer talent, not because they were playing well. Like Like Oregon should have been able to just beat them off sheer talent. And so like kudos to him for the coaching job he's done there. That's wild.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
he just got fat stats too. Good for him.
Yeah, he did. I don't know where the Indiana's going to find the money, but what is it? What is it
They're
like
gonna
with
pull it from
There's
$11.6
their.
Colorado?
million a year.
I'll say, was it like
They're
what
pulling
Colorado
it
did
from
with
their
Dion, where it's
basketball.
like, yeah. It's like we'll sell people out because we have Signetti here, so the fans will pay for the contract, like what Colorado's
Google
doing
him.
with Dion. Yeah, just Google him. If you don't know him, just Google him.
Yeah, he
Oh
wins.
man,
Just Google him.
y'all got any other games y'all want to touch on? I know we already
Mm,
talked about Florida. I
Stanford.
mean, snuck out a win against Mississippi State. Didn't matter. Billy Napier's out, and then the Stanford Florida State game. Stanford came finding a way to win, stuffing Florida State at the goal line as time expired to win that one. Just absolutely crazy
I
game.
mean, Virginia almost choked it against Washington State. They had to score 12 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to
Yes.
win that game, 22-20.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
I almost one of
and
my.
it's not.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say one of my coworkers literally at like 9 a.m. when we were like talking about placing bets. He's like, I have a funny feeling I'm taking Washington State money line. I'm like, you're absolutely outrageous. And the whole game they were winning. I'm like, dude, this is gonna hit,
Yeah,
and it didn't.
Yeah,
it's
But
like when we
it's
took
just fun to watch.
it's
Like
like
you're
when we
just
took our
waiting for
Northwestern
the
live.
ESPN.
yeah,
Hey, UCLA's on a 3-game winning streak, boys. They're
I
rolling. They
don't.
might
I'm not
sneak their
saying
way
this with
into a bowl
any.
game.
I'm not saying this with any hyperbole either. They could screw up some people's Big Ten like dreams. Like they're playing pretty dang good.
yeah, yeah, they are.
I mean, they
Yeah.
got they go to Indiana this week. Got
Ooh,
Nebraska, go to Ohio State, and then they have Washington, and then they go to USC to end the game or to end the season. So
Damn.
wow.
I mean, Indiana plays nobody the rest of the year.
They play
Like I
UCLA,
was like,
I
well, they
wouldn't
did play
gloss over
UCLA.
it, man.
So
bro.
okay, well, hold
I
on,
wouldn't gloss over
What
it.
hold on. What I'm saying is, like, I was looking for UCLA to be a trap game if they had someone next, like the week after that, in the Big Ten that was a bigger conference game, and it's a trap game against UCLA. I mean, they play Maryland the week after they play UCLA. Like, you can't even call it a trap game.
Maryland's not awful, dude. Like honestly, we came on here last week and we're like, Stanford, Florida State, no shot in the world. Stanford pulled it out. Same thing with like Louisville beating Miami at home. We're like, Miami's the better team. Like they
Yeah.
are just better,
Is
yeah,
and then
Indiana
they
going to
lost.
UCLA?
now it's at home.
UCLA is going to Indiana.
I would have liked that a lot better if they were going to UCLA.
I mean,
But
yeah,
still,
dude.
but still,
I
I
mean,
don't know,
UCLA
man.
did just barely beat Maryland 20-17. So, like
again,
to your point, Maryland's not a bad team.
not a
That's what I'm
bad
saying.
team.
Like going back to that's all I meant by that.
I just think UCLA has some screw it in them right now. They're
Yeah,
just playing screw it football and
They're feeling
inspired
themselves for sure.
football. They're 3 and
Yeah,
0 after not leading for a second for 4 games, and now you're 3 and 0 since then. That's an insane turnaround.
dude. I need LSU to get some of that.
You got to fire your coach and then hire your like random
Defensive
offensive.
coordinator. Just put Blake Baker up there, dude.
Well, just call up Todd Graves and tell him to write a check to pay that buyout money.
That'd be
there
the
you
only
go.
person
It's the
that.
only person that can afford to help with that situation.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Paul Skeens is making some decent cash.
Dude,
He's
call
still on a
Shaq.
rookie deal.
Get
Yeah, he's
Shaq
on
to
the
write a
Call
rookie
check,
deal,
dude.
Shaq.
usually
That's a good
minimal.
one. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
Uh,
I'm
Angel
sure
Reese
Paul.
is making bank
Dude,
in the WNBA, right?
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
apparently the guy that owns Raising Cane's is like a multi-billionaire. Like just
that's
Yeah.
Todd
works.
Graves.
That's Todd
Oh,
Graves.
is that
Yeah.
Todd Graves? Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, I
that'd
did
be
see on
it.
another note. I saw on another note that Norvell got fired this weekend. but it was Jay
Oh, the
Norvell
Colorado
from
State. Yeah,
Colorado
Colorado
State.
State
So,
Norvell.
Mm.
so
I was
they
like,
got their
Brian,
name.
are you like breaking news on the podcast right
Yeah,
now? Like I hadn't
yeah.
seen that, but I
I
mean,
just don't get it.
the other
I don't
Norvell's
get how
getting
he still has
fired.
a
Let's
job.
not get that twisted. He's getting fired. Like
Oh, he will be for
there's no
sure.
way. He's done.
We
He's done.
speaking of fired, are we gonna do another? We skipped an SEC game. Is Hugh Freeze?
Fired.
I
He's
mean,
done. He's done, dude.
Yeah, it's got to be done. Got to be done.
That guy does not know how to manage. Jackson Arnold has the worst pocket presence of a five-star quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
Horrible, dude. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
They get in chances to win football games, and he did it against A&M too. A fourth down play, the game's on the line, takes a sack. Like just doesn't even try to get rid of the ball, throw it up, say screw it. I'm just gonna take this sack and lose. Like zero
yeah.
pocket awareness at all. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Hugh,
OU ran Dylan Gabriel out of town for that guy too.
Yes, they did.
he's
If
bad.
they
And
if they
Hugh
if
Freeze
they
is
lose
done.
at
The
Arkansas
SEC
this
might end
week,
up
they will
having
lose for
like
sure.
they might end up having like 6 or 7 openings because there's gonna be some shuffling. There's going to be some shuffling. And I'm going to tell you right now, all these big schools, Eli Drinkowitz should be one of the top names on this list too. What he's done
Yeah.
at Mizzou, like why he doesn't get the love either. But
Mark Stoops to A&M.
the fact that we were almost there, guy, he's
Yeah.
begging to get fired at Kentucky. Like he wanted out. Like he
Yes.
wants out.
He's asking
The
them to
fact that
fire
he
him. They won't
was
do it.
the fact he was
Man,
almost my head
I
coach,
needed
man.
I
I
needed
can't
that
get
to
over it.
happen so bad.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Y'all think I'm mild mannered? I'd be an absolute asshole on this podcast if he was our head coach.
I
Like
needed that to happen.
Yeah.
he isn't a bit. He's done good at Kentucky, but the fact that we even entertain that idea is asinine. But anyway, I know we got to get to games. So
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, well, let's get rolling. Y'all got any other notes before we get into them?
nothing.
All right. Well, we have another 6 games this week and an additional one. Uh, just for Will, made sure to add one extra game on there this week. So, but we'll get into that. So let's get started. So we were talking about the at-large bid, or not at-large, but the group of 5 bid. Who's going to get in? And Memphis took a step back this past week, lost a big game, but they have a big opportunity to ruin somebody else's chances. They host South Florida this week, so South Florida traveling down to Memphis, and South Florida is currently a 3.5 point favorite. So, Lucas, who you got in this one?
I'm gonna take Memphis to bounce back. Um, I think they got embarrassed against UAB, where they haven't lost to UAB in like 15 years or something crazy. Um, I think talent wise, Memphis is relatively loaded for a group of 5 school with athletes all over the field. They're at home. Give me Memphis. I know the whole South Florida thing is a good story, but I think Memphis takes care of business and keeps the American kind of in turmoil.
I like it. Will?
yeah, Lucas kind of stole my thunder there. I was gonna pull the same card. So for the sake of to mix this thing up, I'll take South Florida. I still think they're a good football team. It's going to be a good football game, but Memphis did get embarrassed against UAB. UAB had a first-time head coach, kind of got the interim bump. So I think they're gonna play inspired football, but give me the Bulls.
I like
Dude,
it.
I didn't know Dilfer was the head coach there.
Yeah,
That's
So wait,
crazy.
was yeah,
he got fired?
he got
Yeah,
fired.
UAB.
Yeah, and
Trent
Yeah.
Trent
I didn't
Dilfer
know
got
that.
fired from UAB.
Yeah,
do y'all
I
remember
knew he was the head
Chris?
coach. I didn't realize he got fired.
Yeah,
Do y'all remember Chris Mortensen from
yeah.
ESPN?
Yeah,
His
It's his son.
son was the one that was the interim
Mm,
coach at UAB.
interesting.
R.I.P.
interesting.
to Chris.
Manager bump, Michael.
Um, Man, I'm going to take Memphis. I'm looking at the games that South Florida's played. Like they have not had a close game either way. They've either blown except for the Florida game. They've either blown everybody out or they've been blown out. There is no in between. I think if it's a close game, Memphis at home, I'm going to take it.
All right. We'll take South Florida. I think they've been playing really well this year, and think they're really in line to really take over and take that group of five bid at this point. So I'm gonna take South Florida to win this one. So should be a good one. Though. I could definitely see Memphis playing spoilers as well, though. Let's go with the Big 12. We got BYU undefeated going to Iowa State, who's been a little rocky lately. So we'll see. Should be a good game though. Iowa State is currently a 2.5 point favorite. So Lucas, I mean Will, you can lead this one off.
I, I said it a while ago, man. People just keep disrespecting BYU, and a 2.5 point favorite here is a little surprising. Um, Iowa State's coming off two straight losses at Cincy, at Colorado, both on the road. Um, Cincy, yeah, obviously, they're turned out to be a pretty good team in the Big 12, but I might regret this, but I'm also been on the train that I just forget BYU exists, and I kind of keep underestimating them, but they keep proving me wrong. So for that reason, give me the Cougars to go on the road and keep rolling in the Big 12.
I like it. Michael?
Yeah, taking BYU as well. Iowa State just lost to Colorado, who's not that great of a team. They played some close games against some good teams, but they haven't done anything to speak of. I think BYU handles business. Good teams find ways to win games. So go Cougs.
Your quarterback wears number 47. You got some moxie to you.
Yeah, that's aura farming if I've ever seen
It's crazy.
it.
Lucas?
I'm going Iowa State. This is one of those
Mm,
things as well. The betting lines where an unranked favorite over a ranked team. Vegas knows something in this situation. I think they win outright like 70% of the time, something crazy. So it's at home too. Iowa State at home. Rocco Becht. I mean, obviously, I was pretty high on him early on in the season, but obviously, back-to-back losses are pretty tough. But um, yeah, I like Iowa State at home, and I think Vegas has something there. So give me the Cyclones there.
I'm gonna take BYU. I think kind of like what Will's been saying is they've just been kind of flying under the radar. People don't really think about them much, but I mean they're playing really good football right now. So um, I could definitely see Iowa State, especially at home, coming off two losses, really trying to make a statement. But I mean, I think BYU is on a path right now where they were close last year to get into the Big 12 championship, missed out. So I think that they take a step this year, and this will be a big part of it. So I'm gonna take BYU to win it. So all right, well let's keep rolling. Let's go. Missouri going to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is a 3.5 point favorite currently. So Michael, go ahead and lead this one off.
Man, this is, in my opinion, kind of not to rub salt in Lucas's wound. I think this is a prove it game for Vandy. Um, we've talked about LSU's shortcomings. They all showed up this last week. Mizzou's playing good football. Generally speaking, Vanderbilt's on the map. They're top 10 for the first time probably in the last 30 years, 40 years. But I'm going anchors down. Give me the Commodores to handle business at home. I
All
think this is
right.
the prove it game for them where they show that they're for real.
Well, cool. Lucas?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Vandy in this one too. I think Pavia is a really good football player, and his mental game is unbelievable. Um, Mizzou, obviously, they ended up pulling it out against Auburn, which isn't a good football team. Um, I think Vandy just they're methodical on their offensive game plan. They play a solid defensive game, and yeah, give me Vandy at home. I think this being in Nashville is a big thing as well. Back to back SEC home games. I think this is a back to back road game now for Mizzou.
Mizzou.
They had to go to
Yeah.
Auburn and then have to go to Nashville. It's always tough to go back to back in the SEC. Yeah, I like Vandy in this one. College game day is
Agreed.
going there as well.
Which is awesome.
Ooh.
They should. They should have been going to LSU A&M, but
LSU shit the bed.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure did. Sure did.
Yeah. Well,
I have to use that bleep button.
It's all right.
Yeah. Uh,
we're past that.
I'm gonna go the other way here. I'm gonna take the Tigers. Uh, I love Drinkwitz as a coach, as I mentioned a while ago. I think he should be getting love for some of these big schools as they open up. Ahmad Hardy for 2 weeks in a row has been kind of bottled up. Only 52 yards against Bama and 58 against Auburn. I think he might have a breakout game here. I like Berbula. He moves around a lot, which Vanderbilt didn't have to worry about that with Nuss. He's not really a running style quarterback. So I like Missouri on the road here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Missouri as well. I think especially coming off such a big win. I think it'll be tough for Vanderbilt to really replicate back to back weeks. I guess I kind of think of them still like kind of the BYU realm where it's like I can't be completely sold on them, and I think Missouri is a very solid team. So I think I think it's gonna be a showdown for sure, a good game, especially with game day coming into town. But I'm gonna take Missouri sneaking this one out. Well, let's go. Oklahoma is hosting the Ole Miss Rebels, and Oklahoma is currently a 4.5 point favorite. So, Lucas, lead this one off.
Man, I'm going opposite now of my what I said earlier about the unranked team. I guess OU's ranked. Never mind. I feel like OU shouldn't be ranked, but um,
What does Vegas know here, Lucas?
I don't know what Vegas knows here, but maybe a come down game after the heartbreak at Georgia. Again, it's back to back road games for Ole Miss, but man, 4.5. That's a bigger line than I thought. Give me Ole Miss, man. Give me Ole Miss in this game. I don't know how healthy Mateer is. I didn't watch a second of the South Carolina game, but I think I saw he threw for like 117 yards or something crazy.
Yeah,
150.
I don't think
It
he's
was
fully healthy
150.
still.
150.
Yeah, and I think offensively, OU's not going to be able to keep up with Ole Miss. That's the big kicker here. Uh, do I think Ole Miss defense is good? Not particularly, but I think Ole Miss's offense will make OU's defense stay on the field and be worn out by the end of the game. So give me Ole Miss.
Well,
Yeah, I know we're getting short on time, so I'll keep it quick. I'm going to echo everything Lucas said. The line here is crazy to me. I would hammer Ole Miss plus 4.5 all day long. Don't know what's going on. Mateer's not healthy. Trinidad Chambliss is an amazing story, very good quarterback. Ole Miss wins this game handedly.
Michael.
I'm going to be contrarian. I'm going to take OU in this one. Ole Miss has played some games that were really questionable. Winning by 3 against a not great Washington State team at home. Um, just lost that game to Georgia. Tough game on the road. Going on the road again. Brent Venables' defense is a solid defense. It's playing well. Um, you know, I'm going to take OU on that one, which I hate doing, but
Yeah, I think Ole Miss is just a better team here. I think that the defense is gonna be on the field a lot for OU. Uh, just because not so much because of Ole Miss's defense, as much as like Mateer just. Since he came back from injury, he just hasn't looked the same. And this is also the best. I think what would we say? Like he'd only seen one Power Four team when he played at Washington State, so you never really got a full spectrum of like how good he really was. And the two games that he's actually played for SEC, neither game he's looks great. So I think that there's a lot to still be proven for him, and I think Ole Miss just going to be better, especially if it turns into a shootout like y'all said. So I'm gonna take Ole Miss. So My dog is currently trying to knock over my tripod. So, all right, well, let's go. Texas going to Stark Vegas, where Texas is a 6.5 point favorite currently. So, Will, go ahead and lead this one off.
Mississippi State, good home team. They've played well this year. Texas' offense is putrid. Um, this might just be my fandom here doing this, but give me the Bulldogs. I think Texas is not a good football team.
I like it. Michael?
I'm taking Texas in this one. I think this is a situation where the talent on the roster is just eventually going to take over. Doesn't mean that it's doesn't mean that it's a pretty game. Um, I think the almost loss to Kentucky maybe lights a fire under some butts and gets some people up for this week. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna take Texas just on pure talent alone. That defense is still clicking and firing on all cylinders. Um, probably a top three defense in the nation at this point, in my opinion. I think that just wins out.
Lucas?
Yeah, this one's tough. The line's 6.5. I don't even know if Texas scores 7, so I'm not sure where the line's coming from. Uh, no, don't forget Mississippi State at home beat Arizona State, and
Was
that
in a
turned out to be
dogfight with Tennessee too.
yeah, that's not a bad Arizona State team, and Tennessee obviously proved to go toe to toe with Georgia. I mean, I think literally because it's at home, give me Mississippi State, especially the way Kentucky play or Texas played against Kentucky. Same thing as again as I reiterated earlier. It's hard to go back to back in the SEC as well. Even if you're going to Kentucky, now you're going to Starkville, where the cowbells are going to be ringing in Arch's ear, and the offensive line doesn't need a loud environment to get confused, as we noticed. Give me the Bulldogs. I think at home too, man. I really do, and I think there's going to be some questioning going on in Texas after this coming up weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to take Texas. I think it's going to be a close one, but I think that there's going to be I think there's going to be a sense of urgency this week, especially because Texas is about to host Vanderbilt next week and then go to Georgia the following week. So I think that there's got to be something that's got to click this week. And if it doesn't
True.
click this week, it's about to go downhill in a hurry. So I think there's going to be a lot of sense of urgency coming out of this game to get something right. So I do think they win in a close one. Could be another 17, 16, 13 game, whatever. But I think Texas is going to be able to sneak it out. So, all right, let's
Before we go to the
hurriedly get
last
to
game,
our. We got to be
hang
quick.
on, hang on. This is my new play. Everybody take it. Texas, any game that Texas plays, take the under. They play
Take the
good
under.
defense. They can't score.
Take the
Take
under.
Texas unders. Go on, last game.
I
There you
hammered
go, for
Kentucky
sure.
12.5 last week. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Smart.
All right, let's go. Texas A&M going to LSU. So Texas A&M is currently a 2.5 point favorite. So Lucas, go ahead and lead this one off.
Aggies by 20. I don't at this point. Tiger Stadium again. If LSU wins against Vandy, Tiger Stadium will be rocking. College game days there. That's not going to happen. At some point, you might even start hearing some boos from the crowd. I think the fans are now just kind of turning on Brian Kelly. You're pissed. Give me LSU by 20. I mean, sorry, A&M by 20.
Sounds good. Michael?
Oh, the A&M. Um, just a better team, playing better football, better team. Um, you know, I think the fans. It will be the flattest that Death Valley can be. It's still going to be raucous in there, at least to start. But
For
I
sure.
think A&M takes care of business pretty easily.
Will?
You ain't gotta ask me, dude.
Yeah. We got to at
Vanderbilt
least throw it in
Vanderbilt
there.
gave us Vanderbilt gave us the blueprint. LSU had a tough time containing Pavia. Colin Klein should take that and do the exact same shit and just let Marcel Reed do his thing. And
Yep.
yeah, I think we could. I think we should be able to go in there and handle business. So give me the Aggies.
For sure. Yeah, I think A&M's going to win this one. Uh, yeah, I think it could be close early, but then I think eventually A&M's going to blow it open. So, and Aggies keep rolling 8-0 on the season. Wonder when the last time that's happened.
We ain't got there yet, Brian. Hang on now.
Yeah.
I
Calm
was
down.
gonna say it'd be the most LSU
Oh,
thing ever to go lose to Vanderbilt and then go home and beat A&M
it'd be the most
when they
Aggie
should.
thing ever
Exactly.
to go lose that game.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
All right. That's all we got. So that's all the time we got. So appreciate everybody watching. Continue to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. Until next time, we'll see you next week.
See ya.
See ya.